Everyone, welcome back to SAT Math Question of the Day. Here's our question. Please give it a shot, and we will go over it. It's a calculator question from the old test, the old 2023 test. The ratio of Jupiter's diameter to Saturn's diameter is approximately 1.2 to 1. The diameter of Jupiter is 143,000 kilometers. What is the diameter to the nearest 10,000 kilometers of Saturn? Oh, 10,000 kilometers. Okay. And this is Saturn. So it's a ratio problem, isn't it? But we have to be careful of the units. So we always...
Well, the shortcut? You either divide or multiply by 1.2. You want a smaller number, so you divide by 1.2.
That is really smart. That's the way to go. In terms of, we always ask, is there a way you would do this on the SAT instead of in class? Oh, yeah, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Yes, Saturn is smaller, so this number has to be smaller, so you have to divide by 1.2. Yeah. And you have a calculator. So let's just do it your way, Seth. Thanks for stopping me.
And then furthermore, dividing by 1.2 reduces it by approximately 20%. So you take, it's not exact.
Right.
So you take 20% of 14, right? Which is a fifth of 14. Well, it's a tenth of 14, which is 1.4. Double that, 2.8. Subtract 2.8 from 14. Subtract around 2 from 14, and you get 12. And so this is the only one that looks even close.
Which one?
See. So you calculated it out, and you got really.
I'm getting nervous about the units. We're working in kilometers, right?
So they're all kilometers.
No, but they're asking what is the diameter to the nearest 10,000.
Yeah, well, all of the responses are in terms of these two responses are in terms of 10,000s, and these two responses are in terms of fractional 10,000s.
Right.
But this response is rounded to 10,000s, and so and even if you ignored it without rounding, the C is the closest to the answer.
Right. No. You see, this is where we get into misreading. I misread it as you want in 10,000 in a unit of 10,000 kilometers.
No.
Right.
It's to the nearest.
Yes.
10,000 kilometers.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I would have said, but there's no answer that would even be close to my interpretation. So yeah, the answer is 120. Right. So you can really cut corners by just by just taking 10% of that. Which is about taking 20%. 20%. 20% is about 28. Then 143. Well, 40 minus 30 is a 110. If you really want to make a rough estimate. Yeah. On the new SAT, I guess it's probably better when you take the new SAT. It's probably faster to bring your own calculator. Otherwise, you have to use a computer to punch a few things. It'll probably slow you down. But you can also.
Okay, so Tercy, how approximate? So 1, if you divide by divide by 1 plus 20%. I'm saying this is approximately 1 minus 20%.
Yeah.
Which is 8/10. Now, you have your calculator out. Please calculate this exactly.
Yeah, 1 divided by 1.2.
Yeah.
1 divided by 1.2 is 0.83. So you're
Okay,
off by
0.83.
You're off by 8%.
So this is exact.
Right.
And it's approximately, it's like, 3. So that's what the difference. So that's why, subtracting 20% from 20% off of 143 doesn't give you quite what the answer is.
Right.
That's because this approximation is pretty rough.
Yeah. Okay, but it was really clever to realize that the number's either going to go up by a factor of 1.2 or down by a factor of 1.2. So it's of course smaller. Just using common sense really gets you far. It doesn't make any sense to look at the numbers and back solve. Sometimes it does. In this case, it doesn't. We're going through our 4 questions. Is this different from how you do in school? Well, in school they may not give you the answer. No, if they don't give you the answer, then you would still do it. You would still just divide by 1.2. But if you wanted to show all work, you would have to justify it on the paper to the teacher. You would have to say, well, because Saturn is smaller, you would then divide by 1.2. If you wanted to show all work, we'll show how to do it using ratios. And the main idea of this problem is understanding how to deal with a ratio problem. Ratios and all, but it's not just ratios. It's an application of ratio problem. It's an application of ratio problem. So let's go over how to do it brute force with units and just clear all drawings. So if you wanted to, then just ignore this. If you want to do it as a straight ratio problem, you put the units in first. This is Saturn's diameter. This is Jupiter's diameter. The ratio, Saturn is 1.2. Jupiter is 1. That's where these come from. Oh, I forgot. I should put the units in first. This is Saturn's size. This is Jupiter's size. So Jupiter is 1.3. This is not going well.
No,
this is not going well. This is not going well. What am I doing wrong? Saturn is 1.2.
You got the ratio upside down for Saturn to Jupiter.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yep, reading the question. That's where it comes to. That's the critical thing. Okay, the ratio of Jupiter to Saturn. Jupiter is 1.2. Saturn is 1. Saturn, Jupiter. Jupiter is 143,000. This is X. You cross multiply, you solve. Oh, yeah. So in terms of doing the problem, it was actually more efficient to draw pictures and have the problem really come out at you with the picture. When you do it visually, you don't make a mistake like that. Right? So,
I thought of it as this. I wrote Jupiter's big.
Yeah.
Bigger, and Saturn is smaller.
Right.
Yeah. Bigger. That's because bigger is 1.2. Smaller. The smaller component of the ratio is 1. The diameter is the big. The big diameter is under 43,000 kilometers. So the smaller diameter, you have to get smaller by dividing.
Right.
Yeah.
So we learn a lot of math by making mistakes. I made a mistake. So the real takeaway for me for this one is it's better to draw a little picture. I mean, I'm a visual person. Draw the picture. Yeah. Get a sense of the problem. Really understand what's going on. And then you're less likely to make a stupid mistake. Because if you just let the math, you just follow the formulas, you just let the math, just write it down like this, you could make a mistake like I made. Very dangerous, very dangerous. But if you physically draw the picture of the big Jupiter and the small Saturn, then you'll realize that your answer must be smaller, and you're more likely to get the right answer.
Yeah.
So really try to feel the problem if you can. That's a really good approach. So,
but also strive to answer questions like this very rapidly.
Yes. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So when you practice ratio problems, yes, try to answer them very rapidly. Okay.
Well, it depends on the subtlety of the problem.
Yeah.
Make sure that the words first get the sense of the words, and then if you realize that the words are asking for something very easy, then so use an easy calculation. If the words don't make sense, then you'll see to study the words more and read them more carefully. Read them over, and try to figure out what they're asking. And perhaps if you can't figure out what they're asking, go to a different question.
Exactly. The key is to do it quickly, but not too quickly. That's like the key. Okay, I think we went over everything. The main idea is they were really asking how well you are able handling a ratio problem, and I guess this little thing about nearest 10,000 also came in a little bit. Okay, I guess that's it. I'm Joel. I have a PhD in mechanical engineering from Columbia. My brother and I, we do these videos. Seth has a PhD in math from MIT. He's been a professor of computer science at SUNY Albany for many years. He's now retired. And we're here to hopefully go over how to do math SAT questions. We focus on the approach more than anything, and we offer different approaches. So some approaches appeal to other people more than others, and So in terms of studying from the SAT, do as many math SAT practice questions as you can. Go to Blue Book, because now the SAT is now digital. Download the Blue Book application from College Board and practice on the 4 Blue Book tests they have. And if you're not strong on a particular subject, go to Khan Academy. They offer a digital course which they partner with the College Board, where they give you a lot of practice for each type of question. So I guess that's it. We try to meet every day.
That's it?
Every weekday. I guess that's it. So everyone, have a great
day. That's it?
Yeah.
That's it. Bye-bye.
Oh, yes. And, of course, please leave comments. We take all comments very seriously. Feedback is very important to us. And if you have any SAT math questions you'd like us to go over, please email them to us at satmathquestionoftheday@gmail.com. Thank you, everyone.
And that email address is spelled out on the title page of this channel.
Yes, exactly. For everybody, have a great day.